Today we are headed to a very special place. It's a place where I've wanted to go to for a while now. It's difficult to get to, it can be dangerous, and you have to know what you're doing. I'm talking of course about the Highlands of central Iceland, with its varied extraterrestrial type landscape, glaciers, and dangerous treks and roads. This is not a trip I would have attempted by myself. I'm blessed to have a friend who is, in my opinion, the best and most knowledgeable guide in all of Iceland. He knows what he is doing, and I trust him 100% in all of these trips that we take together. The objective of this trip is exploration and photography. I have with me my medium format film camera, the Hasselblad 501cm with a 150mm lens. There's much to see and so much to photograph. And of course, the film I'm using is the Fuji PRO 400. Here Ívar is just lowering the tire pressure, just a few psi. This is just to give the tires better grip and not to ruin the suspension of the car on these roads and tracks. There are a few of these types of rivers that we have to cross to continue our journey. They are a runoff from the vatnajökull glacier. There are no bridges, and as you can see, the only way to cross them is in a 4x4 vehicle with an experienced driver. If you attempt this in a regular car, you will end up going over a waterfall. This was the first photograph that I took that day. I mean, the landscape was just amazing. So it was in this almost like a volcanic, almost like a moonscape or something. It was really, really weird, really amazing, really beautiful. I took this picture here with the Hasselblad. I think it came out nice. Reached is called Veiðivötn. So it's basically around 50 small fishing lakes which are situated here in the Highlands. They're basically located in the middle of this, essentially what's a highland desert, and were formed following a violent eruption, volcanic eruption that occurred around the year 1477. So in geological terms, this land here is basically new. This makes the region one of the youngest in Iceland and a natural oasis in the Icelandic Central Highlands. The name Veiðivötn literally means fishing lakes, which makes sense as this is one of the most popular places to fish in all of Iceland. Veiðivötn has some of the very best brown trout and Arctic char fishing anywhere in the world. There is so much to see here. These lakes stretch on for what seems like forever. I stopped here to take a picture with my Hasselblad. I'm using the 150mm lens, of course. And I'm just trying to capture like the essence of the place rather than any kind of beautiful landscape. I just wanted to capture, you know, the feeling of the place. So where are we going now, Ívar?
We are heading to Jökulheimar. We are going to give it a try. That's pretty far into the Highlands.
Have you been there before?
No. I've been eager to drive there, but while I've been fishing in Veiðivötn, there has never been the time for it.
So how do you know where we're going?
We'll just follow the signs basically, and we have maps on our phone, like GPS maps and navigation system in the car, so...
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Otherwise we will just have to turn around and we'll see some nature in the wild.
Mm-hmm.
It's no big deal, really.
No big deal. The buildings that you can see on the left ahead of us is a place called Jökulheimar, which literally means home of the glacier. This is like a base camp for people who are going to be exploring the vatnajökull glacier. And you can see they're painted these bright colors, and this is obviously to recognize them in the snow. You can see them from a distance.
We are just located at Jökulheimar, and we've gone like, I don't know, probably 10 minutes further in, closer to the edge of the glacier. This is the western part of the western side of the vatnajökull glacier. I'm not sure if that path there leads you any further, but we are not going to go any further.
Why not?
We might be driving like in a place which would be considered as off-roading, and that's against the law here. And I would of course recommend that if you come to Iceland, if you rent a car, don't go off-roading, because you get a heavy fine and you're destroying as well a really beautiful landscape.
This was the final photograph that I took that day. It was a great end to a great day.